We want to talk to you tonight about alignment and why alignment is so important in this particular time, space, reality, and going forward. Why it's so important in your world right now and why it's important for you. So we are going to start with what is alignment? Alignment is when you and your higher self are in alignment, when you're flowing together, when you're connected together. Now, when we say higher self, we say higher self, inner being, soul, whatever term you like is what we're referring to. We will switch between those three all night long, but that's what we're talking about. And it's that connection. Now, your higher self communicates to you through feelings. Your emotions are communication from your higher self to your conscious self. Your emotions are communication from your higher self to your conscious self. So when you're in alignment, you are flowing, you're connected. You've heard athletes refer to being in the zone. You're in a meditative state or a real connected state. Time seems to stop passing. You know what it's also referred to as the flow state. That's what we're talking about as being in alignment, being connected. Now, there's two emotions. There's love and there's fear. And when you're in love, any positive emotion, you're in alignment. When you're in fear, you're out of alignment, but you're feeling the discord to let you know that you're out of alignment because your soul communicates with you through your emotions. Think of it this way. Your soul, your higher self, is up on top of the mountain with a giant pair of binoculars, and you're down in the valley. And your soul is watching, saying, okay, turn right, go this way, do that, do the other thing. Now, if you're trying to fly the plane from down in the valley and you don't go right, you go left, you will feel some negative energy. You'll feel a negative discourse, not because, and this is really, really important. This took Ed years to understand. This is really important. Not because you're bad, not because you're wrong, not because you did anything inappropriate. It's simply you now have split your energy. You have diverged from being in alignment. You're no longer in alignment, and the communication is a feeling. It's an emotion. That's why you feel a negative emotion. Not because you're bad, not because you're wrong, not because you did anything inappropriate. And from the new direction that you've turned, you can hear your GPS, you can hear your soul recalculating the route, and will once again do everything possible to get you back on to the path of least resistance, to the easiest way for you to move through, to go through, to do the things that you say you want to do, to manifest the life experience that you want, to have all of the things that you're asking for. Your higher self is on your team, is on your side. It doesn't have a different agenda from you. It wants you to succeed. It wants you to be abundant. It wants you to manifest. It wants you to be healthy. It wants all of those things. When you're in alignment, life seems to be just sort of magical. Everything flows. Everything is easy. Manifestations just sort of pop in. Synchronicities. Synchronicities is another word for manifestation. Just happen all the time. You run into the right person. You overhear something. The TV says something. Everything just flows easily. So when you're in alignment, everything is flowing and you're connected. Why is it so important that you be in alignment now in this time, space, reality on your planet with what's happening on your planet? The reason why is you do not have to join mass consciousness. You create your own reality. You create your entire world. You create your entire experience. And whatever you give your focus to, you're asking for more of. So if you hold your focus on things that bring you joy, things that make you feel good, things that make you happy, you do not have to experience all of the stuff that's going on around you. Your world that you're on, the planet that you're on, is transitioning to a higher frequency, a higher vibration, and for that to happen, the old stuff has to fall apart and has to break down. And that is the awakening, that's the ascension, and that's what's happening on your planet. Now, some of you have been chatting, Ed has been chatting with Laura about all the fights in the hockey games. Well, people are angry and you're seeing it manifested in front of you. And the world, to wake up, these things have to happen. But that doesn't mean that you have to participate in them. That doesn't mean that you have to join them. That doesn't mean that you have to have a negative experience. You can have a positive experience while all the rest of the world is having a negative experience, because you create your own reality. So the question is, are you creating from love or are you creating from fear? And the world that you see outside of you that seems to be going crazy, etc., they're all creating from fear. And that's why that is happening. This is a big lesson for your planet to learn, to stop creating from fear, to create from love, to create from connection, to create from alignment. But if you don't understand what alignment is, if you don't understand that you create your own reality, if you don't understand that your higher self, your soul, is on your side and communicates with you through emotions, so that when you feel good, you're in alignment. When you don't feel good, you're out of alignment, but you're asking, so it's still important. And there will be times where you're going to be out of alignment. We don't ever want you to think that you have to be in alignment 100% of the time. That's why being in alignment right now in this time-space reality is so important, because that's where the human race is going. As you raise your vibration, as you shift, and as you understand, being in alignment and staying in alignment will make more and more sense to your entire being, your logic mind, etc., and you will stay in alignment. That is the evolution. That's where you're heading. That's where ascension is. That's what's going on your planet. So you all are on the leading edge of that. And as you do that, and every time you do that, you make it easier for everybody else to do it too, because you're laying an energetic path that others can feel and see, and you inspire them into alignment. You inspire them into connection. Your higher self is up on the top of the mountain looking down, saying, go right, turn left, talk to this person, go that, do this, do that. And it will continue to do that for your entire life. It never gets mad at you. It never, well, I've told you 6 times and you still haven't done it, so forget it. Nope, that's your mother. That's not your higher self. Your higher self will always, always, always keep leading you to your highest and best.